Hello. So, wow, April 22nd, day after Easter. How y'all doing? Monday. It's weird. I've been working on Martinis with Amanda stuff this past few weeks, few months, whatever. I have some big ideas, big plans, and all that kind of stuff, and I've mentioned how a few things are changing. What next? Tuesday? Wednesday? When's May 1st? May 1st. I did not look this up. May 1st, next Tuesday or Wednesday, either way. Next week, May 1st, is the Martinis with Amanda anniversary. So I've been spending a lot of time working on figuring out which direction I wanted this to go and everything. So with that, I have lost where I was going with this. It's funny. Either way, I had a point to the story and I lost myself. Yep, just like that. Anyway, I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent with my branding or whatever. So I have been making a ton of graphics and a ton of, trying to set some consistency, I guess. So I've been working on that. So I spent a lot of time this weekend working on that. But I'm excited with what's to come starting this next week. Like I said, it's probably going to be a bunch of little tiny details you probably won't notice. But it's those little tiny details that you got to work towards in order to build a brand, if that's what I'm doing. Like I said, I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm figuring this out as I go. I have a bunch of people I follow that unleash a ton of ideas, and I write them all down, and I watch a ton of, videos and all that kind of stuff. So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing. But either way, next week, hard to believe, will be the end of the second year of Martinis with Amanda. And we will be going into the third year. So I'm excited with what's to come. So like I said, April 22nd, yesterday was Easter. Hope you guys had a great weekend. What did we do? Hi, Mom. What did we do? We didn't, the husband was actually on call this weekend. So he worked most of Saturday, and like I mentioned just a bit ago, I've been working on kind of this whole building a brand, if that's what I'm doing, thing. So I've spent a lot of Saturday and Sunday working on that. So it's kind of a lazy weekend, which was kind of nice because yesterday was rainy and dreary and gross and yucky and all that stuff. So, but anyway, it was still a good weekend. Hope y'all had a good weekend, good Easter. What's coming up? Nothing right now. I think that's all the update at the moment. So I guess we'll just go ahead and get started. Yeah. Tonight's martini, I messed up. I thought I had the ingredients, and I have all the ingredients, but I have to kind of alter one just a bit. So, but it should still be good. I mean, yeah. This right here is vodka 360 vodka, red delicious apple with cranberry juice. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my go-tos. Quick, just dump some ice and pour it all together kind of thing. Love it. Cran apple, I guess. Yeah, really good. Okay, so tonight we are doing the Jelly Bean Martini. Jelly Bean, I don't know where to put this because I want to keep it nearby. Jelly Bean Martini. You need jelly beans, duh. I feel like that's kind of a given. I'm getting to that point with my hair where it needs to be chopped off. I like growing it out, but it's getting to where I can't do much with it. I'm not one of those people that can braid it and do all that stuff. Not coordinated. Your hands got to be able to move together, and they don't. So I figure a good haircut's coming up soon. I don't know when though. We got some events. We got an event Friday night. I'll probably wait till after then. Anyway, Jelly Bean Martini. You need some jelly beans, but specifically, you only need the red and white ones, and you only need 1/4 cup of them. So, if you have jelly beans at home, guess what? Just pick out the red and white ones and grab yourself a mason jar and some whipped vodka. I'm pretty sure cake vodka would do well as, you know, too, but the recipe I came across said whipped vodka. So, that's what we're going with. So what you're going to do is you're going to put 1/4 cup of red and white total jelly beans in the mason jar. Then you are going to pour in 3 ounces of whipped cream vodka. Then you're going to put the lid on, you're going to shake it really well, and stick it in the fridge for 30 minutes. That's it. So when it comes time to make the martini, you're going to stick your ice in the shaker. Now this is where you got to add this first. I thought I had a smaller strainer. I have one somewhere. I'm gonna go find it. Anyway, so I'm just using this little colander thingy. I'm gonna stick it there. Oh wow, and it fits perfectly. Anyway, it works. So you're going to strain. This has been sitting in the fridge for 30 minutes. Is like I said, the jelly beans and the whipped cream vodka. You're gonna strain that into the shaker. You don't want the jelly beans, of course. I'm curious to try one though. That does not stick on there. There it is. I mean, if you've ever had, if you've gone back to college, or if you're in college and you've had hunch punch or any of that weird, mysterious punch that's thrown in like a great big Rubbermaid bin or a trash can, and you eat the fruit that's floating in it, that stuff's really good, but hits you really hard. I'm curious if tastes like a white jelly bean, or it could have been a red one. I don't know if you can tell. The red has kind of come off. I don't know what they were supposed to do. Either way, so that's what you're doing. You pour in the juice from that. And then you're going to add a 1/2 part of 0.5 ounces of white creme de cacao. White creme de cacao. And here is where I think I messed up. We need orange liqueur. I don't have an orange liqueur. You know, was it Contro? You need orange liqueur. Either way. I have triple sec, which is orange flavored syrup, but it's not, it doesn't have that strong orange taste that you probably want. And it's non-alcoholic. So while it is orange flavored and it's probably not going to be the same, but you need 2 parts of that. So like I said, you're going to need your jelly bean vodka in there, and then you're going to mix 1/2 ounce of white creme de cacao and 2 parts of orange liqueur. Don't do the triple sec. Do the orange liqueur. I'm going to go back this weekend and get some orange liqueur and try this again. That way, so if this does not turn out, I can come back and tell y'all whether or not it worked or not. But, you know, this may work. I don't know. We'll see. Shake it really well, of course, and pour. And I'm sure you could garnish all fancy and stuff with jelly beans. I guess stick like a long skewer with jelly beans on it and stick it across the top, but I ain't fancy. Okay, so let's try this baby out. after I clean that up. It's not horrible, and surprisingly, you do taste the triple sec in there, the orange, which triple sec is a lot milder than orange liqueur. So I'm surprised that you do taste it. But it is actually really, really, really good. I'm curious though if it's different, because if I get jelly beans, I'm going to go with Jelly Belly jelly beans. They're my favorite, but I'm not going to use them in a recipe like this. I'm going to get the spiced ones, the ones that have just a little bit more kick to them. I'm curious if spiced jelly beans would have a completely different flavor than just regular jelly beans. I have some spiced jelly beans upstairs. I may try that this weekend as well. We'll see. But this isn't horrible. I was expecting it to be a complete flop. It's not though. Alright, so yesterday was Easter, and if you are anything like me, when you're done using it, it goes away. It goes in the trash. I don't like to hold on to things. I'm very quick to get rid of paper clutter. I don't like stuff piling up. So if you're like me, yesterday and Easter, and you have children, you probably have a bunch of those baskets and Easter grass and Easter eggs and candy and stuffed animals, all those little things like that, you know, Peeps, chocolate, jelly beans, I mean, all that stuff. My friend Shanna, actually, I posted earlier this afternoon saying, hey, this is what we're doing this evening, and she said Easter was just yesterday, slow your roll, which, you know, I completely get. It was just yesterday. But I'm pretty sure if it were me, I would wake up this morning saying these eggs gotta go, we gotta get rid of half this candy. The stuff that the kids are starting to throw around, it's got to get in the trash. It's got to go away. It's got to go somewhere. It's just not staying here. So I already know how I am, so that's why we're doing it this evening. But the reason why we're doing it is because there are so many other ways you can use those items other than just gifts. So let me help you out. Now, some of these things are going to be that whole STEM. The big, push right now in education is STEM, science, technology, engineering, math. And there's another letter, STEAM, A. What's the A? S-T-E-A-M? A. Is, can't remember. Either way though, getting kids to interact with what they're giving, get them to build, get them to think, challenge them, problem solve, really encourage them to use those imaginations. That is something, and I got a whole post at some point coming later about my battle with children and their imaginations. So it's kind of what you're having to do with these Easter, items that I'm about to discuss. Okay, first up, the most common thing, there's two common things, I guess, that when it comes to Easter you think about. This plastic Easter eggs. Now, actually, I saw someone post yesterday that Target was selling wooden eggs, which is so much better for the environment, and I'm pretty sure you could reuse them the next year. I'd like to do a big shift away from the plastic if we could. But if you have those plastic eggs, I'm pretty sure you got a bunch of them. There are so many things you can do with them, and as a former pre-K teacher, they were some of our favorite tools to use. And the reason why is because you could get them, and they would be, you could get tons of them for like little to no cost. In fact, today, if you go to Target, Walmart, Dollar Tree, wherever, I'm pretty sure the majority of the places have them, clearanced out. So if you see one of these ideas this evening that we've discussed, you may want to run and grab some, or you just may want to go and grab some to stock up for next year. Even though they're already expensive, go ahead and stock up for next year. All right, plastic Easter eggs. I'm sure if you have children, you have seen these ideas before. Plastic Easter eggs. if your child is starting to read, one side, do a common word, at. At. So I got at written a couple times all the way around. Then on the other side, I got different letters. S, C, there's F, B. And all they do is just pop it on and they can read the words. Cat. They can twist it. Sat. I bought some really cheap. I went to Dollar Tree. So these are falling apart. I should have known better. We went to Walmart after this, so I should have waited and bought them then, but I did not. Anyway, so I apologize if these like fall apart and everything. It's not my fault, it's Dollar Tree. Anyway, it's a good reading activity. Good way to exercise and encourage those literacy skills. Yeah. Anyway, okay, other way. Of course, you could easily, you know, change that to, you know, your child and everything. Same thing with math. If they are just beginning to recognize numbers and we call it one-to-one correspondence, being able to put their finger on something and say 1, move it to the next one and say 2, next one is 3. Being able to count like that and then know that there are 6 dots and then recognize the number 6. You could do the same thing we did here, just different numbers. Or if they already know their numbers, recognizing number words. Another idea is you got those jelly beans, little tiny Easter candy, whatever. If this is 6, have them put 6 jelly beans inside, just like that. You could do different colors, matching colors, whatever. You could write red, match them, you know, match the eggs. Super simple, easy. These eggs can be utilized for so many things. One of my favorite things to do as a pre-K teacher was, in Alabama, spring was spring. And in most places, you know that spring, was it April showers, bringing flowers? It rains a lot. And you get locked inside for days sometimes. So what we would do is we held on to these Easter eggs. That second or third day when you're stuck in a room with 18 to 30 children, have an Easter egg hunt. Yep, it doesn't have to be Easter. It could be September. It could be June, whatever. If it's too, I mean, we had days where it was too hot and we couldn't go outside. I had all the children in one space in the room. They all had to bury their heads, you know, into their arms or the carpet or whatever and hide. And I would go and hide a ton of eggs around the room. And we would have a little Easter egg hunt. You can, just because it's an Easter egg hunt doesn't have to be done at Easter. It's an egg hunt. You can easily put little activities and stuff on the inside. They find an egg, they have to open it up. Let's say they have to jump on 1 foot for 1 minute, or they have to go and find something that starts with R, whatever. There's so many ways to incorporate these plastic eggs that, I mean, seriously, such a useful tool. Think outside the box or Easter basket, whatever. All right, with the whole STEM thinking, they have all these eggs, all these pieces. Older children, see if they challenge them to see who can build the highest tower using only Easter eggs. You know, the bottoms are a little bit smaller, the tops are a little bit longer or taller. See who can build the tallest tower, who can use the most eggs. Something simple. It's kind of like Legos. Use something else. I am going to need a dump bucket here. I guess not. I'm just going to start throwing stuff on the floor in a minute. Next up, I planned ahead and I set all this stuff up, but I can't remember exactly how I did it. One of these has something in it. No, it doesn't. No, there it is over there. Okay, Easter eggs and a magnet wand. You can get magnet wands at Hobby Lobby, you can get them at Michael's, you can order them on Amazon, which is what I did for like $4. It's just a stick and it's got a heavy duty magnet in there. what's fun is go and stuff the eggs with random things. Nuts and bolts, another magnet, pasta, a couple pieces of fabric, whatever, coins, and then have them stored. This is all they can use, is the magnet. Then they have to store it. That one sticks. Obviously, it's magnetic. Put it in the magnetic pile. That one is not magnetic. Stick it in the not magnetic pile. Super simple. Magnets, you'd be surprised how long. Again, I've said this in the past. It doesn't take much to entertain children. You just have to give them the supplies. Just give them. And a lot of times you don't even have to give them directions. Just say, hey, it's a magnet. Let's see what is magnetic in those eggs and just see what they do. Play around with it. Okay, so with that, I did put some stuff in these eggs. There's some, actually this came with the marble, with the magnet stick, little magnetic balls. Buttons, which are not magnetic, and little jingle bells. Another activity you could easily do is sound. And this is something that is actually a lot more difficult than it sounds. They have to sort by sound. So put something that has the softest sound. I have something, here it is. Something that I have a cotton ball in this one. Something with the softest sound, and they have to make it to the, which one do you think's louder? Yeah, to sort by sound and see if they can get from softest to loudest. Again, super simple. Doesn't take much time. No effort. Now, I have a cotton ball in this one. The reason why I have a cotton ball in this one is actually more so for the parents. If you have any of the Easter eggs, most Easter eggs come with a hole or two on either side or both sides. This is a tool you can keep kind of in your purse, in your pocket, whatever. Cotton ball. Grab an essential oil. Young Living lavender, peace and calming, with some tranquil, good calming oils. If your child, if you are out shopping and your child, because you know it's going to happen, because it never happens in the car, it always happens in the middle of Target, you know how it is. Put a drop of lavender, peace and calming, tranquil, on your cotton ball. Stick it inside the egg. If it's in your purse, they start having that tantrum, pull that out of your bag and just tell them to smell the egg. I told you these were cheap eggs. Tell them to smell the egg. Smelling that lavender, that peace and calming, that tranquil, guess what? It's going to be super calming, super soothing. So hopefully, instead of that tantrum lasting to the point you have to carry them like a, surfboard out of the store, hopefully they're able to, soothe themselves and calm themselves down to where you can continue shopping. Super simple. When it starts running out of scent, all you do is add another drop. Just like that. Seriously, great tool. So let's see, okay, one last mention with these. Play-Doh and eggs. This is another one of those stem things, and this is super cheap Play-Doh again. See who can build the highest tower using Play-Doh and the whole egg. Use the whole egg. Or if you want, I guess you could split up if you want. Anyways, tell them Play-Doh and an egg. And then see who can build, again, STEM. Get them thinking. Get them using that logical thinking. Challenge them. See who can build the highest tower using some Play-Doh and eggs. That's all it takes. Super simple. And besides, you already know kids could play for hours just with Play-Doh alone. So giving them something different to use only encourages them more. Okay, moving right along, of course, younger kids, paint. These make good, you know, press into the paint, good stencils. Egg shakers, and just the green ones, I think. Yeah, egg shakers, maracas. I got bells in this one, rice, beads, small rocks, nuts, bolts, whatever. Make sure you use some good tape, seal them up. If you want, here you go. If you want for maracas, you can take an egg, tape it to a spoon, a plastic spoon, tape it really well, and then they have little shakers, little maracas. Super simple. All right, moving right along. That Easter grass, I have a love-hate with it. First of all, if you're buying it, okay, throw some paper through your shredder. That's all you gotta do. Throw some paper through your shredder. A whole lot better for the environment anyways, because paper is easy to recycle. That plastic grass is not. So, here we go. That's all I did. Took like 5 or 6 pieces of pink paper, threw it through the shredder, and there you go. That's for your Easter basket. Now, we'll scavenger hunt. You can throw light color eggs in there, bury them all up. Younger kids, that's something that is easy for them to do. Older kids, find some pink, a bunch of like for this is pink items. If you find some pink erasers, some pink, you know, little tiny toys, beads, whatever, hide them all inside there. Give them a list and set a timer. See how quickly they can find what is in there. Also, back to that magnetic thing, stick some magnetic items in there, and they can only use the magnetic wand to dig through and find what you're asking them to find, to scavenger hunt. There you go, super simple. This Easter grass, if you have it at home, instead of throwing it away, if you are mailing any delicates or need to pad boxes, if you're moving, use it in those envelopes, use it in those boxes, use it to pad those delicates so they don't break. Making sure it's a year-round basket stuffer. If you are someone that makes gift baskets and or boxes, and you know, you need to put in those, you know, the stuffing on the bottom to make a pretty gift basket, save that Easter grass. Seriously. Reuse, recycle, repurpose, do what you can. If it is real bedding, like the paper, you can use it with small pets. If you got rabbits, hamsters, use that. Okay, next up, I gotta speed it up because I have to figure I am right on time. I mean, we've talked about this in the past. Muffin tins, ice trays, stick numbers on the bottom. They can put jelly beans, 1 jelly bean, 3 jelly beans, match color with muffin tins, match, you know, color of eggs. I'm gonna start throwing pom-poms, whatever. Super simple. If you have any pill organizers, we have several floating around the house. All you can do, or all you need to do, stick a piece of tape, whatever, on top. They only put blue jelly beans in here, pink jelly beans, and so on. Or 6 jelly beans, 2 jelly beans, so on. Just something fun. They enjoy it. The whole opening and closing. Children love opening, closing, dumping, filling up. Young children, that's some of their favorite things. Ooh, and I just dropped jelly beans on the floor. They're not poisonous dogs, are they? I hope not, because I don't know where the one went. I hope dog won't eat it if he comes in here. Okay, moving around. Okay, next up is actually something I've never seen before and I'm super excited about. This is definitely more for older children. You get your jelly beans. Give them some toothpicks and some jelly beans. Ask them to build something. Anything. Anything you want. Jelly beans and toothpicks. I'd never seen this before. I love it to death. Seriously, I mean, and toothpicks. You can get them all at Dollar Tree, less than, or $1 or whatever. This also is for older children. I'm sure there's a way to do it with younger children, but jelly beans are a bit tough to push a needle through. You know those candy necklaces and those bracelets and all this fun stuff. You can make your own. A needle, and I've got fishing line. You can get those fun elastic strings or cords, string jelly beans. You push a jelly bean through, and I mean, now your needle will get sticky and everything, but it's not horrible. And so, yeah, string some jelly beans, and then you're gonna tie it just like you would any other bracelet. Jelly bean bracelets, and yeah, there you go. All right, going back to right here, the toothpicks and the jelly beans. All right, Peeps. I have to share something here. I can't remember the last time I've had a Peep. I can't. I can't remember if I liked them or hated them. I know I've had them before in the past. I just don't remember what they tasted like, really, and I haven't had one since. And anyway, to go back with the STEM thing, this, you know, science, tech, engineering, and math, building. Give them, if your children if they got those Peeps, see if they can build something with the Peeps. You see how they can actually kind of, you know, depending on how they're made and everything. See if they can build, who can build the highest with the Peeps. And then going back to the jelly beans and the toothpicks, just tell them, just on their table, say it's a rainy afternoon, throw some jelly beans, some toothpicks, some Peeps, and tell them, see if you can build a square around a Peep. Build one square around a Peep, and see what they you know, come up with. Again, challenge their minds. Make them come up with it. They may say it's easy, and then they start doing it. They may get it done. Next thing you know, an hour later, they're still going. You don't know. Speaking of Peeps, I want to try. If I was going to try one, I bought these a couple weeks ago, and I haven't tried them yet. But yeah, I'm good. And that was like birthday cake flavor or something. And if I get and I'm always gonna choose birthday cake flavor something over something else. Yeah. And actually someone the other day said that if the only Peeps worth eating are the yellow ones. Yeah, whatever. But again, I'm not the biggest fan of marshmallows. I mean, I like them, but I'm like one and done. Okay, I'm sure the biggest item that you have from yesterday is Easter baskets. There are so many different ways to use these things. Now, I'm trying to move some stuff out of the way just so I keep on. For the kids, rainy day, rainy afternoon, they got their baskets, they're empty, they're just hanging around. They're not doing nothing at all. Blow up some balloons, line the baskets up, make a line. Let's say you got 5 of them. Make a line. This one's worth 10 points, 20 points, 30 points, 40 points. They stand in the same space, and they have to hit their balloons trying to get it into one. Think of it like basketball almost. Or just keep it off the floor into one of the baskets. See if they can get to land in the basket. Kids love balloons. Give them a purpose to use them. And it burns tons of energy. Another way, a catapult. Where did my spoon go? Depending on, told you all, I had stuff all over the place. Those little eggs fit perfectly in there. Set them a marker. Set the basket up. They can't go past this mark. And they have to catapult those eggs into the basket. Again, younger kids, Just the goal is to get in the basket. Older kids put points values on it. I said, oh, year-round scavenger hunt. You can easily, if it's a rainy day, give them their basket and say, you go find 10 items that are red. You go find 10 items that are green. First person that comes back gets to choose the next game or whatever. They have to find the stuff in the basket. Use the baskets as your gift basket for another event, party, birthday party, whatever later in the year. Save them. These don't recycle well. Don't throw them away. There's so many ways you can. It's a toy organizer. I've got this one here. If this is kind you have, or one similar, you can use it exactly like this, or you can cut the handles off. But I will suggest these right here are super easy to spray paint. Let's say your home is in gray and yellow. Spray paint it yellow. You got a bookshelf, put this on the bookshelf, store books. Put it in your kitchen, fruit basket. If you have kids, you got that minivan or your car and you're always on the go, this is a good to go basket. Good quick craft ideas. An emergency basket that has, you know, like candles, flashlights, batteries, spare chargers, that kind of stuff. Keep a basket at the bottom of your stairs. If you don't want to keep going up and down, put a basket at the bottom of your stairs. The stuff that needs to go up can easily be carried up when you go up the next time. Books, toys, if you struggle with clutter, at the end of the day, you come in, have a catch-all. Put a basket where you tend to drop your stuff, drop your mail, your keys, stuff that you need to access daily into one spot. Keep it housed in one space so it doesn't fall off the counter, into the trash, whatever. A planter, super easy. Fill with soil, you got a plant. And then of course, picnics. There's so many ways you can use this. Just don't throw them away. Perfect organization tools. I would hate for you to toss them just because they're Easter and they're not being used anymore. All right, there we go. Yep, 6:08. I am past my time. Next week, guess what? Next week, next Monday. I actually don't have like tons planned for next Monday. I don't even know really what I'm doing for next Monday. Except for next Monday is us celebrating 2 years, finishing 2 years of Martinis with Amanda and going into our 3rd year. So I'm just going to have a little, hangout. We're going to enjoy truffle martinis. We are going to just chat and hang out, and I may share a few things about myself. I don't know. But either way, next Monday, we are celebrating 2 years of Martinis with Amanda, and I'm going to share a little bit about what I have planned for the next year. Before then, though, if there's anything, any questions you'd like to ask me, any ideas you have for next week, send them my way. I want to answer your questions. I want to do what you guys want to see. So next Monday night, I hope you guys are here to join me. I'm going to treat it like a happy end birthday kind of thing. Half birthday, because I mean May's kind of halfway between November to November, so yeah. So next week, Martinis with Amanda anniversary celebration, random facts, get to know me, and the truffle martini. Love y'all dearly. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest. Go like them. Send me your ideas. Love y'all tons. See you next week. Bye.